Heavenly Father, we come you before this day, taking a moment out of our busy lives as we celebrate our 75th anniversary. In the current world around us, there are many who suffer and face grave challenges. We stand in solidarity with them, in compassion and by practicing loving kindness to our brotherhood and all those around us. We thank you for the provision and all the good gifts you have given us. We pray that you would remind us of all the things we should be thankful for. Bless those who are here and those who are in our hearts as we celebrate our anniversary. May we all be happy, well, and peaceful. May no harm come to us, and may the message of God reach far and wide, illuminating and making the whole of humanity as one single brotherhood in the fatherhood of God. We ask this in the name of Jesus, our Lord. Amen.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، الرحمن الرحيم، مالك يوم الدين، إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين، اهدنا الصراط المستقيم، صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang mag-ibig, telos ng sinakanan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuyag ka ng magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisingil, sa nagatak tutok sa simoy at sa langit ng pagaw, ay hinatang tula, kawin sa pagkayang minamahal. Ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na naghihingi, ang bituin at araw niya kailan ang may di maghihingi. Luman ang araw ng warhabit pagsingka, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang inigaya ng pagkay mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Hello and welcome to an evening dedicated to celebrating excellence. The Beta Sigma Fraternity Alumni Association is proud to present the parading of our National Assemblies. It's now time to set the ball rolling. Please put your hands together for our Beta Sigmans coming from Luzon. Starting with Beta Sigmans from Albay, headed by President Eduardo Marbida. Beta Sigmans from Baguio, Benguet, and Mount Province, headed by President Ronaldo Berganio. Beta Sigmans from Bataan, headed by President Joselito Diego. Beta Sigmans from Batangas, headed by President Eric Valencina. Beta Sigmans from Cagayan, headed by President Efren Tarosa. Beta segments from Calamba, headed by President Arnel Katapang. Beta segments from Camarines Norte, headed by President Alvin de la Cruz. Beta segments from Camarines Sur, headed by President Joms Amaro. Beta segments from Catanduanes, headed by President Gil Alintana. Beta segments from Cavite, headed by President Efren Nuestro. Beta segments from Ilocos Norte, headed by President Jonas Hu. Beta segments from Ilocos Sur, headed by President Eddie Gironelia. Beta segments from Isabela, headed by President Nestor de Villa. Beta segments from La Union, headed by President Xavi Arrieta. Beta segments from Laguna North, headed by President Gelio Herbolario. Beta segments from Manila Central, headed by President Recto Macmac. Beta segments from Manila East, headed by President Bong Kersey. Beta segments from Manila North, headed by President Joey Sabaricos. Beta segments from Manila South, headed by President R.G. Valenzuela. Beta segments from Manila West, headed by President Luis Jimenez. Beta segments from Masbate, headed by President Rudy Genaro. Beta segments from Mindoro, headed by President Jason Rubio Ortega. Beta segments from Novaliches, headed by President Jorek Galianito. Beta segments from Nueva Ecija Central, headed by President Rick Tobias. Beta segments from Nueva Ecija North, headed by President Gerard Palomo. Beta segments from Nueva Ecija South Aurora, headed by President Ronald Talens. Beta segments from Nueva Vizcaya, headed by President Willie Dacuicuy. Beta segments from Palawan, headed by President Eugene Apian. Beta segments from Pampanga, headed by President Alvin Hernandez. Beta segments from Central Pangasinan, headed by President Ronald Violago. Beta segments from Western Pangasinan, headed by President Eduardo Almoite. Beta segments from Quezon, headed by President Mark Lester Rial. Beta segments from Quezon City, headed by President Rexy Pugaring. Beta segments from Quirino, headed by President Cesar Tolenada. Beta segments from Sorsogon, headed by President Saturnino Ninoy Carrianza. Beta segments from Tarlac, headed by President Angel Guan. And beta segments from Zambales, headed by President Pablito de la Rosa. And now, please put your hands together for our beta segments from Visayas. Starting with beta segments from Aklan, headed by President Oliver Agkawili. Beta segments from Bacolod, headed by President Jeffrey Velez Golez. Beta segments from Central Visayas, headed by President Alan James Chua. Beta segments from Eastern Visayas, headed by President Joselito Tito Yulo. And beta segments from Iloilo, headed by President Kachi Evidente. And now, please keep your hands together for our beta segments from Mindanao. Starting with beta segments from Caraga, headed by President Eduardo Escasillo. Beta segments from Davao, headed by President Danny Abad. Beta segments from Soxargen, headed by President Danilo Peralta. Beta segments from Cotabato and Maguindanao, headed by President Sergeant Raul Liano. Beta segments from Panguil Bay, headed by President Ramon Martin Nakalaban. Beta segments from Tawi-Tawi, headed by President Manuel Pon. Beta segments from Iligan Bay, headed by President Alison Hundaldaya. Beta segments from Sulu, headed by President Felix Friales. Beta segments from Cagayan de Oro, headed by President Martin Sarosa. Beta segments from Iliana Bay, headed by President Jesse Neil Paulo. Beta segments from Zamboanga del Norte, headed by President Elizardo Villaseca. Beta segments from Zamboanga City, headed by President Dr. Mario Ariola. And now, let's give it up to our resident brothers, the National Beta Phil, headed by the National Grand Princeps, Dale Alep. Next, it is my privilege to welcome our Baton families. Starting with the Sigma Batons from the Sorority Alumni Association, headed by the MIS, Meli Elanga. Let us welcome the Beta Sigma Ladies Corps, headed by the Grand Princess, Dr. Leia Grace Principe. It is my honor to welcome our Baton martial artists from the Black Secret, led by Sensei Dr. Noli Nolasco. And to equally honor our Baton Elite Society, headed by Brother Dennis Ortega Contreras as Chairman of the Council. Please keep up the applauses for our sectoral advocacy groups, starting with Beta Segments from our medical group. Beta Segments from our men in uniform. Beta Segments from Baton Seeds. Beta Segments from Malman Bikers. Beta Segments from Baton Gardeners and Farmers. And please give it up to our foreign assemblies. Beta Segments from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Beta Segments from the State of Qatar. Beta Segments from Australia. Beta Segments from New Zealand. Beta Segments from Japan. And Beta Segments from Europe. And that is all for the parading of the Beta Segments of the National Assemblies.
Welcome our hosts for tonight, TV writer and host PTV and Pinoy Extreme Channel, Beta Sigma Ladies Corps Batch 2001, Miss Tel Antado. And your former PBA game host, formerly from 101.1 Yes FM Hayahay, and now on 90.7 Love Radio Manila, na pinapakinggan sa programang EDSA mula alas 5 ng hapon hanggang alas 9 ng gabi, mula Lunes hanggang Biyernes, from Silliman University Chapter Batch 95A No Fear, DJ Totoy Pato.
Hello sis, magandang gabi po sa ating lahat. Nako, ang daming tao dito oh. Ang daming tao. Nakamask kami. Siyempre sa ating safety protocol. Pwede ba naming tanggalin to, Brad? Pwede, yan. Para makita.
Para makita.
Ayan. Hi sis.
Ay, grabe. Nakita mo ba kung saan lugar na kaka-hype yung opening natin
Grabe. Pwede ba natin i-recognize kung sinong gumawa doon? Ang galing sis, no?
Grabe. Pati yung scoring niya ang galing-galing.
Tsaka nakita ko doon habang pinapanood ko talagang nakakatindig ang balahibo kasi simula from Luzon, umabot ng Visayas hanggang Mindanao. Grabe, galing.
Alam mo, hindi man natin nagawa yung regular frat ball na ginagawa natin yearly, pero ngayon, di ba sa presentation na to, parang kitang-kita mo naman na hype na hype yung tao na, yes!
Oo.
May frat ball, may frat ball pa
Oo.
din.
Dito nga ang dami natin Oo. Pwede ba natin makita kung gaano tayo karami dito sa loob? Ayun. Tingnan natin. Ang dami po namin dito sa loob ng Estancia de Lorenzo. Yan! Yun!
And of course, dahil yun sa protocol ng IATF na syempre, social distancing and dahil nga dito sa pandemic, kaya tayo ganyan. Kung titingnan natin, nasa iba't ibang lugar ang ating mga brads. Pag titingnan nyo yung Zoom natin, meron nasa bahay.
Pag nasa bahay, malamang hindi pinaalis ng asawa.
Meron din naman nasa mga resort.
Nasa mga resort, medyo yayamanin yun. Maraming pera noon, may budget.
Meron nasa Commonwealth Common. Tama ba?
Saan?
Sa may Ortigas.
Ayan.
Natin ng mga UP brads.
Ayun, hello sa inyo. Ayan. At syempre din sa Visayas. Ayan, sa mga Bisaya na rin nagtanaw din sa atong Zoom. Welcome sa ating 75th anniversary. Pati na rin sa Mindanao sis. Ayun, maayong gabi sa atong tanan.
And I'm sure masayang-masaya mga brads natin ngayon. Nagkakaroon yan ng mga Peter Pan syndrome nila. Alam mo, babalik sa pagkabata nila.
Oo.
Diba?
Oo, tsaka yung kwentuhan kung ano nangyari nung dati. At malamang isa sa mga pinag-uusapan dito sis, yung isa sa mga bisita natin.
Yeah.
Ayun.
Alam mo ba, karaniwan talaga sa mga brads, ganyan magagaling silang tumingin ng mga ganyang
Oo.
Mga ganyan Eto, sige, simulan na natin ang Bet and Sweetheart.
Dr. Saza Curaming is a graduate of Doctor of Veterinary Medicine of the University of the Philippines at Los Baños. She worked as a resident veterinarian in Village Vet Clinic for 2 years before she joined a Dutch veterinary vaccine company as product manager for dog and cat vaccines. She later joined a French veterinary pharmaceutical company as technical and marketing manager for dog and cat products. She stayed there for 13 years before she decided to move to Mars Phillips Pet Nutrition as technical advisor on January of 2017. She's also currently the board of director of Philippine Veterinary Medical Association or PVMA. Dr. Saza is a crazy cat lady. She has been living with cats since 5 years old, and she owns 3 Siamese cats and has adopted 10 puspins. She is an advocate of prevention of animal abuse and unwanted kittens through spay and neuter of sweet cats. Broads and sisters, let us all welcome our veteran sweetheart, Dr. Saza Curaming. Hi, Doc.
I'm not prepared to give a speech.
Yan, ang ganda
But I would
tsaka
like to
sexy, Doc.
greet na lang siguro everyone. Happy 75th anniversary to Beta Sigma Fraternity. Thank you so much for choosing me as your Betan sweetheart. I'm very honored.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Ayan, napaka-sexy ni Brad Alicis, ni Dr. Saza Curaming.
Ang character na pang Bet and Sweetheart talaga.
Oo, yun na, nakikita na natin ang ganda ni Doktora, no? Oo, kaya unang-una kong naitanong sa sarili ko, ano ba yung mga kinakain, ano ba yung exercise na ginagawa? Kasi lalo-lalo na ngayong pandemic, ha? Grabe yung kinakain natin, sis. Ilan ba yung cups mo na kinakain? Ako din, ilang cups?
Sobra, tsaka grabe tumaba, no? Pero si ma'am, grabe. Pero balikan natin ang history ng Bet and Sweethearts. Medyo may idea ba kayo? Nandito yung mga brads. Kanina tinanong ko, ano nga ba? Bakit nga? Paano nyo ba nakukuha? Paano nyo ba na pipili ang Bet and Sweethearts? Kasi definitely, pag sinabi mong Bet and Sweethearts,
Ayan.
iba.
Iba. Talagang pag naglalakad sa campus, talagang mapapatingin ka. Sino to? Ewan. Wow,
Pero kung titignan mo, darling, ang mga, depende sa brad na sasagot. May mga brad dyan, ang sagot nila, syempre, During time ng mga ball nila, kuha sila ng bet and sweetheart. Siyempre, i-invite nila yung pinakamaganda.
Ayun, kunyari lang yun, una. Pero,
Pinaka-sexy.
oo, pero pagdating ng araw, gagawing jowa na.
Siyempre, parang lagi nila sinasabi, sino pa ba naman?
Ayun.
Pero, kidding aside, maganda talaga ang mga bet and sweethearts.
Ayan,
And
oo, thank
more
you.
sa history, diba? Talagang iba.
Kasi naman, pag wala namang beta and sweetheart din sa beta sigma, para ding medyo may kulang din. Kumbaga may magbabalance yan. Di ba? Yung mga nanonood sa atin, sis, sa Zoom ngayon, magandang gabi sa ating mga brothers dyan. At sa mga sis na nanonood din.
Kung saan man silang panig ng daigdig.
Ayun, tamang-tama yan. Kumusta kaya ang signal natin dito? Malakas. Ayun, okay naman sa internet. Ayan.
And of course, recorded din naman yata to, di ba? Mapapanood din sila. Tama ba, Rod?
Ayan.
Mapapanood din.
Pwede lang panoorin to ulit sa YouTube. Ayan.
Wow!
Oo. Kumustahin natin sis. Ayan, dito. Ayun. Nakikita natin dito ang ating mga brads. Merong nagkukumpulan. Pero safety protocols din naman. Ayun. Dito tayo sa may bandang sa taas. Nakikita ko dito na meron silang may pumapaypay. Yan. Mainit ata. Oo. Anong napapansin mo dyan, sis?
Yung iba ayaw yata mag-open ng camera. Bakit ba?
Pwede ba natin buksan? Ayan, buksan natin ang camera dyan. Kahit na walang audio, okay lang yan. Ang camera. Okay, wave po. Wave mga brads. Wave, wave. Wave. Yan! Wave! Happy 75th anniversary Beta Sigma Fraternity. Cheers! Ayun.
Wow, tingnan mo, ang dami talaga nila. Yung part na yun, na parang nasa isang tambayan sila. Di ba?
Ayan.
Galing, nagkakasama-sama pa rin sa anniversary, di ba? Na-miss nyo nga yung frat ball, pero ayan, magkakasama pa din kayo.
Ayun, oo. So mamaya ha, wag kayong umalis mga brads ha. Kasi mamaya, bibigyan natin ng chance sila na bumate dito. Kung saan kayo makikigreet dito sa ating Zoom dito, sa ating frat ball. So hanggang anong oras to? Hindi matatapos to. Hanggang nandyan pa kayo. Ayun.
For his welcome remarks, may we call the President of the Beta Sigma Fraternity National Assembly from UP Diliman 75C, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Ben Alvarez.
Good evening, brothers and sisters, and to our National Assembly Beta Sigma sweetheart, Dr. Sasa. Welcome, brothers and sisters. Happy 75th Diamond Jubilee. And I would like to thank, first and foremost, Estancia de Lorenzo, Brad Ayong Lorenzo, for accommodating us here. Lakpakan natin, Brad. And again, welcome our new National Assembly sweetheart, the girl of our dreams. Anyways, when we were students, we were proud members of the Brotherhood of Scholars, BS. The Beta Sigma, BS, means to us the best students, better, smarter, and will be self-reliant. We were counted as among the best, self-reliant, and smarter than the other students. As alumni, we are exceptionally good. It's God's gift to our fraternity. Sometimes, I do wonder why. That is why we must thank Him by living up to the expectations. We must do good and noble. Our assembly chapters are doing just fine. Some are even outstanding. What we must constantly improve. And although we get by, we need to urgently learn to work as a National Assembly. We can be stronger, bigger? Yes, we need to do more. Our Frat Council, which is the governing structure of the Beta Sigma fraternity all over the world, even has to do a lot more. When I got elected President of the National Assembly, the major concern presented was recruitment. There was, in fact, animosity between the alumni organizations and the residents. But that's over now, as far as the National Assembly is concerned. There are two divisions of the Beta Sigmans, as far as the National Assembly is concerned: the resident and the alumni. The recruitment is a job of the residents. The Beta Field, remember, our Beta Field existed way ahead of our alumni associations. Alumni should leave the residents alone. Let them be. They will adapt, survive, and thrive on their own, as we have in the past. Just like most of us, all they need is support from the alumni. Alumni should be concerned of the alumni. Take care of our own. There are roughly 20,000 Betans and members of the Betan family. As alumni has so much to do actually. Focus with our lots as we need to constantly improve, grow, and be significant, relevant to our fellow alumni Betan. Now, as the biggest crisis of the world, COVID-19 pandemic hit us beyond our imaginations, what are the implications then on our roughly 20,000 alumni Betans and members of the Betan family all over the world? That is why we have the Project 75. Originally, there were 26 events proposed, but we had to cut this down to 19. That's what we had. 19 events to lead us to our 75th Diamond Jubilee. Project 75 was just a thought brainstormed by the national officers of the National Assembly in our group chat. I was not even part of it, but I saw that some brothers were serious, and I saw us wanting to celebrate the Beta Sigma fraternity. Yes, celebrating the Beta Sigma in the middle of pandemic with 19 events. By God, who will do that? Not even in normal times we have done that. Well, only a true Beta Sigman can imagine doing that. I say that because I cannot imagine others celebrating as we are now. But it wasn't easy. When we launched, I immediately lost some people. Some simply laid back, watching, waiting for us to go wrong or give up. Some assigned tasks were just ignored, shelved. We even had to relaunch. Yes, the alumni assemblies are not the usual fraternity in the campuses anymore. In the university, we thrive out on our hymn, credo, hierarchy of values and principles. Here in the assembly, we are ruled by the CBL resolutions as it should be. But we have the likes of that Colonel Henry Belen of Manila South Assembly. The past administration of the IPP Nelson Dancel left us with some money. We are not touching that money. We will grow that money as we plant and grow 750,000 trees. Brad Henry, with the support of Vice President Brad R.G., is our one-man Kumwatch Army. The fund he raised will be the one to finance our Project 75 events, which is not really much. Wala si Henry, no? Anyway, among the few, we also have Brad Romy of the 75 sacks of rice donated event. With a little encouragement, he volunteered and took on the job of spearheading the event. Yes, 75 sacks target seems a little, but easy, that's valued at 150,000. But then Brad Romy came out with 149 sacks of rice that would be roughly valued at 300,000, and each some 7,500 kilograms of rice. At 7 person per kilo, that event would have fed the equivalent of 52,000 packs in one meal. Simply na project, but ang impact is so good, so huge. While at it, let me take this opportunity to recognize and thank the Brad C's that spearheaded Project 75. Mass officiated by Father Bing de la Cruz, was spearheaded by Senior Advisor Brad Dan Noveno of Manila South. Andyan po si Dan. Palakpakan natin. Grand Betan Fondo, which targeted 75,000 kilometer run, has actually achieved, I think, mga 140,000 kilometers ang layo sa target. But when it was first set at 75,000, takot kami baka malayo masyado. Ano? This was headed by the Malmon Bikers, Brad Michael Villanueva, ang kanilang Grand Principal. Then, the Betan Farmers Pre-Summit Forum by Brad Ware Fabian of the Betan Gardeners and Farmers, who is now our new volunteer foreign liaison officer in the U.S. The 3-point Diamond Cup basketball tournament by Brad Lowy and Brad Nat Villanueva from Manila West. Andito si Nat, palakpakan natin. The rebranded Calibri 75 Shoot Fest by Sergeant at Arms Pingoy Borja of Manila South. Maraming Manila South RG? Was a very successful one. The 75 years above Betan Awards by Brad Mario Ariula of Zamboanga and Basilan Assembly. Ano? Dapat maganda. It was so meaningful. 7,500 rabies vaccination by Brad Martin Sarosa and Sis Dr. Macy Batinga of Cagayan de Oro Assembly. The Betan Plantito and Plantita by the Sigma Beta, headed by MIS Sis Meli Ilanga. Palakpakan natin, Brads. The 75th Kata demonstration by the Black Secret. The 4-lecture series hosted by our communication officer Brad Bong Abisia from Central Visayas. 75th Malmon exhibit by Brad Jean Umali, Manila South. And lunch today is the 75,000 trees planted and nurtured by Brad Bruce Madarang and Senior Advisor Brad Joe Agarano. Lunch also was Cavite Agroforestry by Brad Dr. Efrain Nuestro. The Betafield also launched the 7,500 Operation Big Brother feeding program by the National GP Dale Alip of Betafield. Project Be Green Nursery, Chairman Dennis Ortega of the Betan Elite Society. Artworks and Betan artists at Makati Galleria. This will be about in September, headed by Senior Advisor Bong Rizal of the GAOF chapter. Ano ba si Bong? Manila South pa rin? And Manila South. No? Puro Manila South talaga to That's how good Manila South Assembly is. Okay? Then, we had a round table of the charter, CBL, and resolution. It was a very good discussion. This was a joint program of the national officers. And I think the last but not the least, the frat ball. Ano? Andyan si Nat, siya yung chairman. Palakpakan natin. Anyway, Brad, we've learned so much from the 4-lecture series. Aside from doing the roadmap as soon as possible after the 14th, we will launch the National Assembly's Trust Fund. We've asked Brads to put their money in trust and will only use the interest for worthy projects. Initially, there will be 10 Brads who will invest 75,000 each for the National Assembly's Trust Fund. For more of this, medyo hindi naman ito tatagal, welcome opening remarks, but then kasama na rin ang closing nito at launching the trust fund. May I call on RG para madagdagan mo, RG, please? RG is the president of Manila South, and we've been talking about this. Halika, RG. Gawin na natin to. So, Brad, this is an additional project that we will have. We heard this, matagal na namin pinag-uusapan to, pero hindi kami nakakalakas loob. But after the talk of Danny Lachica, Brad Dan Lachica, we decided to launch it. Halika. So, Brad, para mas ma-explain, andito si RG.
Thank you, Mr. President. Na-put on the spot tayo rito. But anyway, this will be short and brief. What is the 750,000 trust fund that we're going to raise? We have tapped some Brads, 10 Brads, who will initiate these funds. These funds are for, I will repeat, for medical assistance fund for our brothers in the National Assembly. We have seen a lot of Brads having an accident, nagkakaproblema sa medical. We will see to it in our small little way, matulungan sila. We have talked to a doctor who has a hospital. We will be creating the blood bank para yung blood donors, inangangailangan ng dugo, madalian. So, this fund, pinag-usapan namin ni Brad President, sabi ko, meron ng initially naglagay ng 75,000. A very active Brad, I will name it. Ayaw niya sabihin yung pangalan niya. Alam niyo na kung sino yun. Our former Chief PNP, Picoy Cascolan. Palakpakan natin si Picoy. Brad, sorry I have to mention your name. He was the first one to initiate it. Sabi niya sa akin, sige, tayo magpalaguin yan. For the 75th Diamond Anniversary, sasakay ako dyan. Kasi, yan ang tulong natin sa mga Brads natin. And then, yung membership dues natin, 50% of that will go to the insurance program. Para walang masabi yung mga Brad, alam mo, sabi, bayad raw ng Diyos, wala raw nangyayari. Hindi ko pagmamayabang. We have 38 assemblies in Luzon. I can speak for Luzon. 37 ang bayad. So, 50% ng binabayad nilang dues mapupunta sa medical insurance, which will cover them at least 75,000 in case of accident. Alam natin maraming brad nagmumotor, mahilig lumabas. So yun na lang ang mabibigay ng 2021 officers and directors of the National Assembly. So alam ko meron pang sumunod. Even our president, I'm proud to say, he committed the second 75,000. Palapakan natin si President Ben. Kinamit ka na. And the other past president susunod. Hindi ko lang pwede masabi dahil hindi pa masyadong committed. Pero meron ng third and fourth na magbibigay. It's just a formality na lang. So, mga brads, yan lang, maiksi lang. That's the trust fund yung pinagsasabi ni Ben. Thank you very much.
So, brads, again, welcome and enjoy our frat ball. Thank you so much.
Okay. So we have here the message from the President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency President Rodrigo Duterte. The country's top 4 officials extolled Beta Sigma's contributions to society over the past 75 years in challenging the brotherhood of scholars to win the future by fighting the ongoing pandemic and helping the country recover. In separate messages, President Rodrigo Duterte, Vice President Lene Robredo, Senate President Tito Soto, and House Speaker Lord Alan Velasco cited the fraternity's glorious past in expressing confidence that it can meet the challenges ahead. Duterte said he lauds Beta Sigma for highlighting the need to provide humanitarian assistance during the COVID-19 pandemic. And he also commended the environmental protection Beta Sigma is doing as endeavors that embody your compassion and patriotism. Wishing Beta Sigma a successful gathering on its 75th founding anniversary. The Chief Executive rallied its members to work with renewed commitment to reform our institutions and build a more prosperous and equitable future for all. The President also reminded Beta Sigma of its vital role in the development of its members while in the academe, enabling their alumni to contribute in the investment of their respective industries and communities.
Okay, for her part, Vice President Lene Robredo, Betans have always been a forefront of the most pressing issue in our society. And so, Beta Sigma's history has marched in step with the history of our republic. She said, national life has been enriched with representative of Betan character, talent, and integrity. These Beta Sigmans, Robredo pointed, have exemplified the standard of excellence from arts to science to governance and public service. While this bloodline reached 3/4 of century in the past, it also extends forwards to succeeding generations, she said. She urged Beta Sigmans to revere achievements of your forebears as a legacy and a challenge. The task, each of you to be men who constantly give yourself fully to your profession, your families, and your communities. This must be done, she said, so that Betans becomes an inspiration to others. Robredo called Beta Sigmans to help in larger and longer tasks of rebuilding the various devastation the pandemic has wrought. Just as your brother bonded together from the rubble of war. The Vice President ended her message with his exhortation, as you have always done, I know you will rise to the moment and respond as only Betans could.
From the legislature, Senate President Tito Soto praised the esteemed brothers of Beta Sigma who have extended their hands whenever necessary through humanitarian works and community development programs. He commended the fraternity for helping the Filipino people in more ways than one to make our nation progressive. I would like to applaud all our Beta Sigma brothers for their dedication and commitment towards providing genuine services to our country, said Soto, who is second in line of constitutional succession. The four-term senator reminded the Beta Sigmans to cultivate the minds of young men and instill among them the value of unity and solidarity.
Like Duterte, Robredo, and Soto, House Speaker Lord Alan Velasco cited the challenging environment of Beta Sigma's birth in its ability to help address the grave problems of the nation. From ashes of Second World War arose the Brotherhood of Scholars in Padre Power, Manila, who banded together in a fraternal tradition of scholarship, nobility, service, Velasco said. Because it instilled the value, unity, patriotism, and service to young men all over the archipelago. Beta Sigma earned the reputation as one of the most enduring fraternal organizations, the Marinduque Salon said. He believed that Beta Sigma in many professions can help stem the tide of pandemic, which has cost the lives of countless people and adversely affected of our economy. As what it has commissarially done in the past, Beta Sigma can assist our people innovate and adapt to a better normal, the leader of 300-member chamber said. I truly said Beta Sigma could help spur, renew economic growth in many local communities throughout the islands, Velasquez said. In addition to 4 top total officials of the land, some 10 senators have also crossed party line to extend their greetings to fraternity. Popular city mayors have also sent their congratulatory message.
Ayan, mga top officials sa gobyerno ngayon. Ayan, mga messages nila.
Actually, madami pang greetings from different local officials.
Meron.
I don't know lang kung ipipresent for today.
Ayan, may nakita ko sa mga senior ng ating mga brads. Ayan, marami sila aside from the top officials like sa Senate, sa Congress. Meron pa mga mayors pero mauubusan tayo ng oras dito, sis. Oo.
Send na yan. Okay, so today, puntahan naman natin, introduce naman natin ang
Ating idol na brad do. Ayan.
Yes,
Isa sa
idol
mga
brad.
pillar ngayon sa ating Zoom party, fratball natin dito sa Estancia de Lorenzo.
Ladies and gentlemen, he is the present National Liaison Officer to Battlefield Affairs and National Battlefield Grand Princeps in 2007 from Our Lady of Fatima University Batch 2005A Twin Towers. Let us all welcome Brad Dr. Nat Villanueva.
Magandang gabi mga brad, saka mga sis. So, it is my honor to present to all of you our guests of honor and speaker. I don't even know if I'm worthy to introduce our guest speaker. Our guest speaker, he was present at the creation and an eyewitness to history. He was among the 34 who converged on the out ruins of the Cancer Institute of UP at Padre Paura to form a fraternity that will embrace scholarship and nobility of service to men. A friend of Larry Henares of the Philippine Daily Inquirer described him as a natural-born genius with the rare gift of being humble and soft-spoken. He graduated numero uno from LaSalle with honors from UP and ended up at Harvard. He was a cum laude chemistry graduate of UP when such an honor was intellectual equivalent of summiting Mount Everest. He went to Harvard on scholarship. He parlayed his first-rate mind into building a pharmaceutical company, the top Filipino talents. That company, Infilco, manufactured and sold veterinary drugs, pharmaceuticals, livestock and aquaculture feeds, animal and nutrition supplements. He also became a de facto Beta Sigma chapter as he recruited brads right out of college, not as an employees, but as partners in Philippine-owned enterprise. Today, the Infilco alumni count nearly 30 members from chapters such as UP Diliman, UP Los Baños, GAO, FEU, CLSU, among others. Brads earned and learned from him. He was generous, both in advice and compensation. He was a mentor who imparted not only secrets of the trade, but how to achieve life-work balance. Above all, he is a deeply religious man who practiced what he preached. He is a diehard Beta Sigman who attends gatherings, big or small, whether big frat balls or intimate farewell rites for brads. Of the 35 good and noble visionaries who made a covenant to form the best fraternity on earth 75 years ago, he is one of the last two men standing. Again, my brothers and sisters, it is my honor to introduce to you our founder, Brad Gregorio Greg Goyito Abreu from UP Diliman, 46.
75 years ago, a band of brothers still full of dreams after high school enrolled at the University of the Philippines. We wanted to maintain the brotherhood we had at high school and thought of forming a fraternity that would continue the life we had together. In addition to fellowship and friendship, we thought of forming a group of scholars who could sense the country encompassing culture, tradition, and family. We were able to achieve this not only but also at not only at UP but also at other universities. We are now at the time of our history when these qualities are necessary. I believe that the Beta Sigma can contribute to bring this nation back to normalcy after the pandemic. Our country is waiting for us. We can do it. Let's go and make the dreams of original band of brothers live forever.
Ayan, Brad natin. Brad Gregorio Benito Abreu. Yan.
Grabe, no? Parang hindi ko ma-imagine batch ng founder.
Ayan, nanonood si Brad ngayon via Zoom. Oo, imaginin mo lang yun. Ilang taon na, ha? Mga 93 years old.
Kanina nga pinag-uusapan natin, sabi ko ako, 75 years plus yung age niya nung nag-college siya.
Mga 17 yun. Ganun. Oh.
Brad, you're so lucky.
Yes.
Reach na anong 75th year natin.
Yan. Ayan, 2021 is truly a very challenging year. Di ba, Sis Tel?
Yes, of course, because nga nitong pandemic, talagang mas sobrang daming hirap. Yung other nga, nawala ng trabaho,
Correct.
di ba? Ang daming naging problema, umagsak negosyo.
Ayan, akala nga natin hindi matutuloy ito. Pero napakaraming event tulad ng Operation Big Brother ng Betafield. Imaginin mo lang yan, ha? Andyan din ang Kalibre 75 ng Manila South Assembly. Ang virtual 3-point shootout ng Manila West. Well, congratulations, Betan Farmers Forum. At ang pamimigay ng sacks of rice at marami pang iba. And then, let's all watch this.
Yes, panoodin nga natin.
Happy 75th anniversary! Beta Sigma Fraternity!
Sabi nga nila, sis, etong pandemic na to is a hindrance sa mga ginagawa natin. Pero nakikita naman natin dito, Brads, di ba? Oo, na hindi yung magiging dahilan na hindi tayo makakagawa ng mga activities na makakatulong sa ating mga kababayan. Nakikita natin dito sa ating sa video presentation na andun, kahit na pandemic, tumutulong tayo. Andyan yung namimigay tayo ng sacks of rice. Andyan yung mga activities like tree planting. Andyan yung Kalibre 75. So, sasabihin natin, we're finding ways na makakatulong, di ba?
At talagang dito nakikilala ang Beta Sigma kasi talagang mahilig tumulong. Hindi pa man pandemic, talagang ang dami rin
Correct.
ng activities.
Kumbaga,
lalo na nitong nag-pandemic.
enthusiastic individuals talaga. Yan. Sabi nga nila yung sakripisyo yan, yung pagtulong. Hindi yan sakripisyo, pero it is your duty to serve. Yun.
Yes.
So, ganun talaga yon. Hindi lang gwapo. Ayan. Siyempre, pinag-aagawan din yung mga brads natin ng ating mga sis.
Sabi nyo nga. Sabi nyo nga, alam mo yung nagkanggagwapo, pinag-aagawan. Pero alam mo ba, talagang ang mga Beta Sigmans, very talented, di ba?
Oo, sinabi mo pa.
When it comes sa music, darling, napakadaming Beta Sigmans na talaga
Correct.
namang nag-aral sa Conservatory of Music. Talaga nag-excel nila pagdating sa music, di ba?
Oo,
Kaya,
may mga magagaling na mga gitarista, mga drummer. Oo.
talagang masasabi mong magaling, may mga nasa Philharmonic, di ba?
Ayan, oo, ganun.
Ganun kagagaling.
So, talagang hindi natin akalain ang ating mga brads talaga, magagaling yan. Beta Sigma yan eh.
Yeah. Beta Sigma. Kaya panoorin natin ngayon itong mga Beta Sigma na ito. Let's watch this.
Happy anniversary, friends. Happy 75th anniversary of the Beta Sigma Fraternity. Long live friends. Long live the fraternity. And wherever you are, I hope you are fine and safe always. Alright, and be safe and have a good time. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Cheers! Ayun.
Galing.
Galing.
That was Brad Francis and
Oo.
Brad Eric Di Maia.
Ayun, gitarista lang naman daw ni Pepe Smith yan. At yung isa, siyempre, sa conservatory music yan. Oo.
Talagang ang dami rin yung
Pero-
tinututugan. Nanonood pa siya ngayon.
Pero ito si sa tawag pansin sa akin yung yung flute. Marunong din akong mag-flute.
Sige.
Sa ilalim ng tubig.
Sample. Ay, sample.
Ibang klaseng flute yun eh. So, pwede ba natin makita, Brad, yung natin ngayon? Makita natin ang ating mga Brads all over the world. Dito muna tayo sa Philippines. Different assemblies. Diyan ng taga Luzon, taga Visayas, at syempre Mindanao. Dito naman tayo sa overseas natin ng mga Brads sa New Zealand, Australia, Europe, Canada, North American chapters. So, pwede ba natin ipakita dito? Ayan.
Yan. Nandyan pa ba kayo?
Ayun, nandyan ba?
Kaway lang.
Kaway, kaway! Yan! Alam mo, sis, gusto ko sila ding makausap ang ating mga Brads. May nag-message, Brad, paano ba natin malalaman, Brad, na gusto nilang gusto ko sila ipasok dito sa ating LED para mag-greet natin, makapag-greet. Gusto niyo ba, Brads, na makapag-greet? Kaway-kaway lang, kaway! Kaway! Ayun, ayan, Brad Vigo Chua. Yun! Ayan, Brad.
Hi, Brad.
Ayan. Bumati ka na, Brad.
Yeah, on behalf of the Beta Sigma Fraternity Alumni Canada in Toronto, I would like to greet each and everyone. Happy 75th anniversary from all of us here in Canada. Enjoy the night. Thank you.
Ayan, thank you very much, Brad, from Toronto, Canada. All right, from New Zealand, Brad Rastem. Ayan, pasok.
Hey, good evening, Brad. On behalf of New Zealand Beta Sigma Fraternity Alumni Association, happy 75th anniversary, Brad. Long live Beta Sigma.
Cheers! Saya na ito. Anong oras ba dyan sa New Zealand, Brad?
12:30 na, Brad, ng umaga.
Madaling araw. Gising pa. Tingnan niyo sis, di ba? Brad, so, grabe. Talagang inaantay happy 75th anniversary sa Beta Sigma. Alright, from New Zealand. Ayan, from United States of America, Brad Beer.
Oh, hello.
Yan, Brad Beer.
Yo.
Good morning. 5:31 a.m. Wednesday.
July 14, 5:31 a.m.
July 14 dito. Madaling araw pa.
Ay,
So,
anong oras kang nagising?
happy Diamond Anniversary. This is Vir Fabian, the Foreign Liaison Officer for the United States. Kumusta kayo dyan? Very good. God is good. Thank you. From America, California, USA.
Cheers!
Grabe, ang aga.
So, nagtataka nga ako at saka tinanong ko siya kanina kung si Brad Beer kung anong oras bang nagising. Brad, anong oras ka bang nagising? Simula pa kanina? madaling
Nagising
araw?
ako kanina, alas 4 pa.
Uy!
Oh, alas
tingnan mo
4,
yan.
nag-aabang.
Meron ka bang hinahawakan ngayon na baso dyan, Brad? Or tubig? O
Kape.
kape? Okay, kampay ng kape. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, from the United States of
Nice
America.
seeing you all.
Okay, so, ayun, Iligan Bay Assembly. Sinong nandyan?
Kamusta kayo?
Ayun,
Brad?
ang ganda ng signal niya din, Brad.
Wow.
Oh, may microphone pa!
Hello, Brad.
Cheers!
Kaway-kaway!
Brad, saan ba yan banda? Parang...
Tote, can you hear us?
Yes. Hello.
We are headed, good evening brothers, happy anniversary. We are headed by the Vice President of our Assembly, Brad Richard. And we have some members of the residents of MSU IAT, from Brads from different chapters all over the Philippines. And we are convening right now to
celebrate our Diamond Jubilee anniversary with all of you worldwide. Happy anniversary, brothers!
Yun! Cheers! Ang galing nila sis, ano napansin mo? May microphone.
Ready, ah.
Ano kakanta ba kayo?
Teka, anong meron kayo dyan?
Ano napansin?
Ano?
Totoy, ano napansin mo?
Naka-microphone mo kung kadiha. Unsa man na kanta-kanta diha?
Wala ni Brad. Giandaman taka.
Giandaman yun. So sabi niya sis, pinaghandaan nila yung celebration ngayon. So ayan, ang dami nila dyan. Iligan Bay Assembly.
Galing, ang galing. Sama-sama. ang saya.
Cheers!
Tinatanong ko kung ano bang iniinom nila. Parang...
Ayan, gusto daw makita ni Sistel ang ininom nyo.
Kamay! Wow!
Yung tubig! Kunyari lang yan.
Kunyari,
Sa likuran lang
pang-
yan. Pang front lang yan. Watakutens. Butiti.
Nagpa-follow kami sa yung restrictions ng IATF.
Yan.
Yan. Disiplina.
Dapat lang ingat lang tayo mga grab.
Nasa ilalim pala ng mesa, no?
So from Illegal Assembly. Ayan. Okay, balik tayo. Dito na naman tayo sa Philippines. Mapunta tayo ng Japan. Okay, so dito muna tayo sa Japan. Brad Excelsis Bourbon.
Yes, Brad, thank you. Sorry.
Oo. Ayaw mo bang mag-show naman
Ano ba yung profile pic na yan?
Yes, Brad, ako po yan.
Ikaw yan? Sige na nga.
Greetings from Japan, in behalf of Beta Sigma Japan Assembly. God bless ating lahat at more powers. Keep the fire burning, Brad and sis.
Cheers!
Bye.
Ayan.
Ayan, thank you so much.
Oo.
From Japan.
From Iloilo. Brad Kenneth Capero. Brad, maayong gabi din ha. Ayan.
Hello, Brad.
Ayong gabi.
From Luzon, Visayas, in Mindanao. Happy 75th anniversary. Cheers. Don't forget na umpisa pa lang ito. Continue to strive to excel and to uplift Beta Sigma fraternity, not just in the Philippines, but in the whole world. Cheers to all Beta Sigmans. From Iloilo Assembly, with our Brad, GP, Katsi Evidente, and the Brad of Iloilo City, would like to extend our happy anniversary.
Cheers.
75th anniversary sa inyo lahat. Cheers, Brad.
Ayan.
Cheers.
From Iloilo Assembly. Yun.
Kenneth.
Si Brad Kenneth. Dito na naman tayo. Okay na. Okay, so sis, nakakatuwa.
Ano na lang, isang hi naman sa inyong lahat dyan.
Isang kaway-kaway. Kaway-kaway! Kaway-kaway! Okay, picture tayo, picture. Screenshot, picture.
Go!
Okay, picture. 1, 2. Yun. Okay. Ayan, so meron tayong mga live greetings natin, mga brads and sis. Meron din tayong recorded.
A warm 75th Diamond Anniversary greetings to all brothers and sisters here in the Philippines and abroad. Coming from the entire Visayas Island Assemblies. This is your Brad Glenn Haba, the Vice President for the Visayas for the current term 2020 to 2021. Our Beta Sigma fraternity has come a long way from its humble beginnings 75 years ago, in July 14, 1946. Our continuing existence through the years has greatly contributed to the continuing development of our country, both in the public and private sectors. Our fraternity's credo and principles have guided our individual actions in the meaning of our fraternity's existence. Given the current pandemic crisis that we are all in, becomes a more greater challenges to all of us. Especially the survival of our fraternity, how to continue in the next decade. Our fraternity is currently experiencing decreasing in numbers due to strict government laws and the new generation gaps, who are savvy in intelligence technology. They are multitaskers and want instant gratifications. They are confident, diversified, and interconnected through social media. So to keep our fraternity alive, let us all embrace the new normal in our current society. To unlearn our old ways and to be able to relearn our new approaches to this current generation. To acknowledge where they are. We must learn to adopt and view ourselves as facilitators of learning, not the source of knowledge. To innovate and expand our fraternity's teaching tools through videos, interactive and collaborative approaches. We must keep our fraternity alive and active, not one way, but personalized. We must achieve solidarity, for this is the only way to the key to our success with the present generation. So again, happy 75th Diamond Anniversary to all Beta Sigmans, and stay safe, brothers and sisters. Cheers.
Good evening, brothers. I am Amir Rashid Mindalano of MSU Main Chapter and Iligan Bay Assembly, and the present Secretary General of the National Assembly. On behalf of all the chapters and assemblies in Mindanao, I would like to greet all the Beta Sigmans around the world a happy 75th Diamond Jubilee Anniversary. May we live up to the ideals set by our forefathers by honoring the tradition of service, sustaining the legacy of excellence, and by safeguarding the standards and traditions that they have left for us to follow, even as we innovate and adapt to changing times. I would also like to take this opportunity to ask everyone to please continue your enthusiasm, your cooperation, and your participation in crafting our road to 100 as you have demonstrated in the past weeks leading up to this anniversary. Mabuhay ang kapatiran Beta Sigma. Cheers!
Greetings, this is Dondon Lagumen, Federation President of Beta Sigma Fraternity Chapters of North America. It is my honor and privilege to greet you, my brothers, at every corner of the world on our 75th founding anniversary. My hat's off to our forefathers for starting our fraternity. Now at 75 years, as we all know, diamonds are forever. We as brothers have exemplified the service to our country, proven especially by brothers who have sacrificed their lives with sweat and blood to pursue these endeavors. The hardest part had been laid down for all of us by our founding brothers. At 75 years, I challenge each and every one of us to let the fire continue to burn. Let this brotherhood soar high as initially envisioned. Let us continue to be of service not only to our brothers, but especially to the community we belong to. Let us continue to brighten up the path for the future brothers, not only to increase our membership, but also to keep their enthusiasm high for the next 75 years. On behalf of the brothers here in North America, I salute everyone and happy Diamond Anniversary. It is time to celebrate, and I congratulate each one of you on our 75th year. Cheers, cheers, Beta Sigma. May God continue to guide and keep all of us in the Beta Sigma fraternity.
Magandang gabi mga brad, happy 75th anniversary. Ang Manila West Assembly ay nagpupugay sa sa 75 anibersaryo ng pagkakatatag ng Beta Sigma, ang ating kapatiran. Mula taong 1946 hanggang sa kasalukuyan, patuloy na mainit ang damdamin ng kapatiran at nananalaytay sa ating katawan ang dugong Beta Sigma. Sa kabila ng mga limitasyon dahil sa pandemya, ay nagawa natin ipagdiwang ang Diamond Jubilee Celebration sa pambansang antas na may iba't ibang level ng participation ng mga assembly at ng Betan family. Nangangahulugan ito ng mahusay na koordinasyon at naisasabuhay natin ang dugong Betan sa ating mga katawan. Ambag ng Manila West Assembly ang pagdaraos ng National Basketball Championship na na-reset ng December 2021 dahil sa pandemya at pinalitan ito ng virtual 3-point shootout ngayong July 11. At sa July 14 naman ay ang Bayanihan ng Kapatiran, pagtulong sa 2 bahay ampunan, ang El Sigaches Village Outreach sa Labang at Apostle of Holy Rosary Sisters sa Parañaque. Isang malaking tagumpay ang masiglang pagdiriwang ng anibersaryo ng Beta Sigma Fraternity kung susukatin sa nationwide participation at sa dami ng iba't ibang activities. Siyempre, kredito ito sa lahat ng mga brad sa pamumuno ng ating National Assembly. Mapamamaraan at mapangmapalikha ang ating kapatiran dahil sa pag-iisa, one heart, one soul at one Beta Sigma, nagawa natin ang iba't ibang activities sa pambansang antas sa kabila ng mga limitasyon. Ang tanong ngayon ay saan tayo patungo? Dapat ang nalikhang sigla ng pagdaraos ng 75th anniversary ng kapatiran ay tumungo sa konsolidasyon at ekspansyon ng mga asembleya. Hanapin ang mga branch na hindi pa kasabi ng asembleya at gamitin ng Betapil ang mahusay na performance ng 75th anniversary celebration sa kanilang audiovisual presentation para sa kanilang recruitment. Mas malakas na Beta Sigma sa darating na mga panahon ang inaasahan natin. Service and Excellence, the legacy of our fraternity. Mabuhay ang 75th anniversary of the Beta Sigma Fraternity. Ito po si Brad Louis Jimenez, Bat 77 din ng Piato University, kasalukuyang presidente ng Manila West Assembly. Marami pong salamat sa inyong lahat. Thank you.
Evident to the celebration that gathered us all today, Beta Sigma is an epitome of brotherhood, integrity, loyalty, equality, and service. Good day. I am Dale Alec, MSU IIT 2014 Bamboo Squad, your National Beta Field Grand Princeps. It is my honor to be given this opportunity to talk to all of you. Growing up, I was surrounded by frat men. They all belonged to a different fraternity. However, just like my brother, who is also a Beta Sigman, I took a different route. Inspired not only by the greatness its name holds, that mirrors the great acts of service it renders not only to its fellow, but most importantly, to the community. I became part of the great Beta Sigma fraternity. I have always wanted to become a Betan. I can still vividly remember way back in high school, my batchmates and I who had brothers that are Beta Sigmans would do the Betan handshake. Let's go back to where it all started. Why was Betafil put together? Betafil was conceived because the Betan brothers reckoned that resident brads had to be in order during the height of fraternity rivalries that often led to mishaps. Our organization was built with its sole purpose of fighting as one. We may be low in number back then, but we were unfazed because we had quality members who need not worry about the quantity. As time went on, Betafil's light dimmed but was never gone, and now that it stands strong, it continues to live by its purpose, to fight as one. However, the fight we have today doesn't require fists and shedding of blood, but requires compassion and perseverance to live by our credo. We fight as one for our nation, for those forgotten by society, for those that call for our service, and fight as one for our brothers. Our founders and predecessors have made such a huge impact on society that the history of our great fraternity will outlive all of us. Leading the organization of residents, I have put in upon myself that future Betans would live by the shared purpose of this fraternity. We, residents, have such a huge shoe to fill, as we are the lifeblood of the fraternity. Betafil today has more active chapters than it did 2 years ago, which clearly shows that our light continues to shine brightly. Together, as a fraternity, we have faced victories and turmoils, but we have continued to stand tall. This is our lifelong mission, that we will forever bring honor to our beloved fraternity. I would like to take this opportunity to honor our dearly departed brothers who can't be with us today. Be it known to all present, and may this echo wherever the light of the Beta Sigma shines brightly, that our brothers wore their fraternity pin proudly and remained loyal to the Beta Sigma fraternity till their death. As my term comes to an end, it is with great pride and integrity I bear the title of being the first National Betafield Grand Princeps from Mindanao. Operation Big Brother will be a year-long project that aims to feed 7,500 children nationwide. We seek your unending support for this great endeavor. To our current residents, fully embrace our principles, uphold the Constitution and bylaws, and continue the legacy that this fraternity has imprinted in this great nation. Happy 75th anniversary, Beta Sigma Fraternity. Cheers, brothers.
Happy anniversary to the beloved Beta Sigma Fraternity. I am Florante Salting Martin, the Vice Supreme Elite of Betan Elite Society Alumni Association. On behalf of the Betan Elite, kami po ay taos-pusong bumabati sa Beta Sigma sa paggunita sa kanyang 75th founding anniversary. Mula po noong 1969 na itinatag ng Beta Sigma ang Betan Elite sa San Beda College, ay patuloy po ang pagsuporta ng Betan Elite sa Beta Sigma. Hindi lamang sa mga 8, kundi maging sa mga community service na kung saan tayo ay nakapagbibigay ng tulong sa ating mga mamamayan. Mula noon hanggang ngayon ay patuloy po ang pagsuporta ng Betan Elite sa Beta Sigma Fraternity. At ngayon nga na ito ay magdiriwang ng kanyang Diamond Anniversary, ay lalo naming pinaigting ang aming pakikipagkaisa sa mga proyekto ng Beta Sigma Fraternity.
Blessed day to all. I am Noli H. Nolasco, UP Diliman, Batch 62B Diamond. On behalf of the Black Secrets Beta Sigma School of Martial Arts, let me extend my warmest greetings to all Betans worldwide, especially those that are practitioners in martial arts. The tradition of martial arts in the fraternity was originated by groups of Beta Sigmans headed by late Master Johnny F. Chutan in the 60s. We continue the tradition of creating the Beta Sigma School of Martial Arts all the way until the 1980s. The revival was in 2000, wherein instructors were harnessed to keep alive the tradition of martial arts in the fraternity. It is with great pride that the martial arts tradition is embedded in the lives and way of life of most of those Betan that have experienced and have joined in the keeping the tradition totally alive. And with this, I'd like to say thank you and God bless.
Happy anniversary, Beta Sigma.
Happy anniversary, Beta Sigma Fraternity.
Happy anniversary, Beta Sigma.
Happy anniversary, Beta Sigma Fraternity.
Happy anniversary, Beta Sigma. Happy anniversary, Beta Sigma.
Happy anniversary, Beta Sigma Fraternity.
Happy anniversary, Beta Sigma.
Happy anniversary, Beta Sigma Fraternity.
Happy anniversary, Beta Sigma Fraternity.
Happy anniversary, Beta Sigma Fraternity.
Happy 75th anniversary, Beta Sigma.
Happy anniversary, Beta Sigma Fraternity.
Happy anniversary, Beta Sigma.
Happy anniversary, Beta Sigma.
Anniversary, Beta Sigma.
Happy 75th anniversary to all.
Happy anniversary, Beta Sigma Fraternity.
Happy anniversary, Beta Sigma.
Happy anniversary, Beta Sigma Fraternity.
Happy anniversary, Beta Sigma Fraternity.
Happy anniversary, Beta Sigma Fraternity.
Happy anniversary, Beta Sigma.
Happy anniversary, Beta Sigma. Happy anniversary, Beta Sigma. Happy anniversary, Beta Sigma.
Happy 75th anniversary sa kapatirang Beta Sigma.
Happy anniversary, Beta Sigma.
Anniversary, UP Beta Sigma.
Happy 75th years anniversary, brothers.
Happy anniversary, Beta Sigma.
Happy anniversary, Beta Sigma Fraternity. Happy anniversary, Beta Sigma. Happy anniversary, Beta Sigma. Happy anniversary, Beta Sigma. Happy anniversary, Beta Sigma Fraternity.
Happy 75th anniversary to the Beta Sigma Fraternity.
75th anniversary to us, Beta Sigma Fraternity.
Happy anniversary, Beta Sigma.
Happy anniversary, Beta Sigma.
Happy anniversary, Beta Sigma.
Happy birthday, Beta Sigma.
Happy anniversary, Beta Sigma.